Right, hello. It's just a quick video of the Engwe S6 I've just bought. Um, Should have cost me £450, but it sent me back 525 because of the import tax. Got ripped off, didn't I? But anyway, I like these new version of the indicators. They're much better than my old scooter. Um, as you can see, they actually properly flash. And even pulse out like as if it's well, I haven't noticed this like on any of the new motorbikes, but all the new cars now seem to have these like indicators what flash from the inside out. Um, but yeah, it's just a standard scooter really. 700 watt peak apparently. I think it's a load of rubbish. I think the 500 watt just the same as my last one. But it's 28 mile per hour. Like 30 mile per hour top speed on a full battery. It's pretty standard really, but that's fast enough. If you're cutting through the estates and you don't want that too drastic because you're just going to cause an accident, basically, aren't you? Just an accident waiting to happen if you're going too fast over the pathways and that. So keep it standard, 25 mile per hour, 20 mile per hour when you're going through the estate, 30 tops. Shouldn't be any problems. You're probably wondering why I've got another throttle here. See, originally the scooter came. Obviously, this throttle was connected to the scooter. Oh, but it come with no keys. So I don't want to give Engwe a bad reputation or anything like that, but unfortunately, especially when you're sending something from say like a different country, all this distance, you would at least check to make sure that everything was in the box, wouldn't you? So mine turned up with no keys. So for that, I had to go purchase. Well, they sent me a new one out. Sorry, I'm saying I had to purchase one, I didn't. But what I was going to say was I had to install it myself, which was a bit of a downside to it really, because I shouldn't be having to, something brand new out the box, spanking new, never even been used before, and you're having to unwire, the throttles and that from the controller. It didn't give me no instructions on how to do it. So originally I never disconnected the battery, did I? So obviously when I cut this wire, there was a great big spark and a great arc. It shocked through the scissors. It didn't really shock me very much, but just just the scare, just a jump. Just wasn't expecting it really. Obviously, you just don't. When someone's in telling you, oh, you can install this throttle yourself, you just don't think about, what do you need to do, disconnecting the power and such like that. With it being a mobile, it's a battery power, you wouldn't really expect to have such an arc. You should have seen the spark what come off the wire. It was absolutely huge. It blasted straight in my face, you know what I mean? But yeah, this is all pretty standard, this scooter, but it's got some good tyres on. Its brakes are extremely sharp. I've only had one go on it, unfortunately, because we've got bad weather. I'll just show you outside now. It's not too bad no more, but yesterday, it was just literally snow everywhere, so I couldn't drive anywhere, I couldn't go anywhere. I could probably go around with these off-road tyres on, like, but it's not worth it, You're only going to get up to 15, 20 mile per hour, and then you'll try turning and you'll be sliding all over. So best option is just to leave it. The only thing I can pick at the moment is the fact the back suspension's extremely tight. I can't even show you on the video because obviously I'm holding my phone in my hand. But you just have to take my word for it. I basically put all my weight on the back and jump on it. There's no give whatsoever in the back suspension. Just completely rock solid. You can see it's gathering dust, do you know what I mean? It's just that about. There's my specs there, 48 volt, 15.6 amp. The horn's pretty alright, it's not bad. See how long that lasts, I don't know. My last scooter, it went, the horn disappeared, it didn't stop working. I like the display, it's nice and bright. But yeah, this came here, I've had to rewire. I don't know if you can see inside. You just can't quite see inside there. Hang on a sec. No, you just can't quite see. There's a cable inside there what I've had to chop, and instead of having it running through this black seam here, through this black stuff, you know what I mean, and then it comes out at the bottom there, and then that runs down to the bottom of the scooter. But as you can see, obviously this cable that's running from the throttle, I've got it running down the side of this black cable on the outside. You see there, I'm running that on the outside, because obviously if I tried to thread the cable through there, through this black material, I've got no chance. You know what I mean? It was that tight. I couldn't even pull the cable from out of there, so I've just basically routed the cable down the side of the stem and put some of this tape on, like, just so it keeps it still. And we, you know, this is how much we had to modify it. I then had to see where the cable runs in the centre there. We had to drill. I actually drilled a hole straight through the side of the scooter, and obviously I've threaded the cable through because it was so difficult to thread it through this part. It was so, you know, you'd be there, it'll take you half a week to get it in there. So best solution was just to miss that part out. I threaded the cable through a separate part. To be fair, you couldn't even, if I didn't tell you that, no one would even know. Do you know what I mean? No one would have the slightest. So, you know, things have done. It's been done. It's happened. It's already done. Companies have told me. I mentioned it to them before I started messing on with it. I said, "Is it going to affect my warranty?" They said, "No, it won't affect it." But you know, I've had to just take their word for that. It won't. But to me though, if it was my company and if I got a scooter and, you know, if someone bought a scooter from me and it was my company and I sent them out with no keys, I would just request the scooter back, you know, and install the throttle myself, because obviously it's not their job. You know, you buy anything from the shop, like a TV or anything like that. If there's any fault with it from you send it straight back to the shop, don't you? Simple. You know, and you either get your money back or you get a replacement. You don't modify the item that you've got. You know, it's not fair, is it? You shouldn't have to put yourself in that situation. But because I got stung with a tax and all that, you know, that was £150 in tax I wouldn't receive back. I was just going to lose that money from the if I was to send the scooter back and get a refund, I was just going to lose that amount. Because what he done was, I paid £75 on my half, and he refunded me £75 on his side, but that was using the money from my own, from my purchase. So basically, if I was to send the scooter back, I would then also lose that £75 on top. So I had no choice but to swap the throttle out myself. Otherwise, I was just going to lose more money. And for the sake of like putting the throttle on myself, I couldn't be too below the amount of money I was going to lose. So I thought, well, it'd be easier just to, get it installed myself. Shouldn't have had to do that, like, but things have happened. This mechanism's rather good. Like, I like the way you pull this connection from the middle. You pull it down. You can pull that downwards, and then this whole stem all pushes back towards the seat. You push the seat down first, push that flat against the board, and then you fold the handlebars down, and that fastens over the top. You've actually got like a clip what fastens it to the seat. So they've designed it quite well for that. Like, I'll give them that. They've actually measured up the distance and took everything into priority and worked it all out before putting it together. Because I find with some of these scooters, they just seem to just whack things together and then find out, when it's already all put together, you find out there's things wrong. You know what I mean? That headlight is extremely bright. But yeah, it's just a quick review basically. Just a standard, 30 mph top speed, full battery. As soon as you start losing a bit of power, like you drop down 25 mph. After once you start touching 50 volts, start losing a bit of speed. But until then, it's pretty sound. As I say, I've not had much of a go on it, so I can't really give you like a full verdict of how it goes and things. But as I say, this throttle turned up. The full scooter turned up with no keys, so I've had to do a full installation of the throttle. I'm not happy about that because obviously things aren't exactly as they should have been. It makes it unfair for me as a purchaser. But as I say, things have happened. But yeah, that's the scooter there. But I mean, if you're interested at all, I'll be doing some onboard footages very soon of how the scooter runs and how it's been running and how long you get out of the battery and things like that. I've been looking online. They reckon 22-25 miles, which sounds about right. It's 15.6 amp, so that sounds about fair. But yeah, if you're interested at all, please subscribe and stay tuned for some more scooter onboard footage. But thank you for your time and your patience if you've had the audacity to actually sit and listen to me rambling on. But thank you for your time.